Okay, now this is interesting here. What do we have? We have extreme sun scorch right here. Extreme heat damage on these trees. The whole entire state of California got the hottest temperatures ever. I've never seen anything like it. It was full global warming for sure. I just can't imagine that, it could be anything other than that. But we could all argue about that. Anyway, so it got to 120 degrees down here in portions of San Diego County. And it got about that hot in Northern California too. I bet my ranch in winters probably got to 115 at least, if not 120, 122. What did that do to the avocados? Well, any avocado that was facing the sun got torched, just absolutely torched. And the branches that were facing the sun, they got torched as well. So here's my shadow. Take my shadow away. That was late afternoon sun. Look what it did. This is why you need to paint your avocados white. If you don't, the sunburn will literally kill that part of the cambium. Cambium is the bark that wraps around the tree. That's where all the good stuff flows, the water, the nutrients. Underneath that is just structure. It's just wood. It doesn't do anything. It just holds the tree up. But this is the most important part of the tree. If you start knocking out part of this, the bark here, you're going to get less and less of a percentage of flow and less growth on your tree, less and less fruit. It's a bad downward spiral. So I'm going to include this in the avocado video I made. You can see, look what happens. Even the fruit gets scorched. See over there? Look at all that fruit. It's like dead up in that tree. The fruit that was shaded probably did okay. The fruit that was exposed to the sun just got blistered. So, here's the amazing thing though. Here's the really cool thing. We're starting to sell a lot of these mango trees. These mango trees we're finding are hardier than tougher than we thought. And I always knew that these mangoes love heat. But now again, look at the avocado tree. Look at all that dead, nasty material from the heat. Look at Mr. Mango. He could care less. This thing, it could be 150 and this thing wouldn't care. Look at that. He's like, all right, oh, it's hot. I'm gonna grow. So just wanted to show you how these mangoes can really take the heat anywhere in California. This tree took 120 degrees about 2 weeks ago. Full sun. This tree was in more exposed sun than that avocado over there. Look, it is right next to the road. It was not only hitting it, it was bouncing up off the road onto the tree. And there's the sun. And this thing didn't even wince. So that's one thing to think about when you're growing these mangoes. Don't be afraid to put it in the absolute hottest, most sun-reflected part of your garden, because you're going to get the most amount of frost protection there in the wintertime. And there's no amount of heat that this thing seems to be able to, there's no amount of heat that's going to hurt this plant, it seems. So there you go. You heard it from me. Plant your mango in the hottest part of the garden. It loves heat. And not only does it love it, there's no amount of heat that it thinks is bad. There you go. Look at all that new growth. All the heat's going to do is push new growth.